The Broadway musical Hamilton is celebrating its 10th anniversary on Broadway, and it's also back in Boston. One of the cast alumni is Mandy Gonzalez. She was in Boston recently performing with the Boston Pops. I got a chance to sit down with her to talk about the Hamilton's impact and her role as Angelica Schuyler, which she played on stage for 6 years.
To see it and how it's lived through all of these waves and has been such a, I guess, such a document of our life during this time, because everything that's said in that show is so relevant.
Yeah, she says the magic of Lin-Manuel Miranda's music is what brings people together. And the musical is now back on Broadway in Boston. And joining us now is Boston native and Emerson grad Kai Tomai. Oh, can we do it again? Sorry, guys. Welcome back. The Broadway musical Hamilton is celebrating its 10th anniversary on Broadway, and it's also back in Boston. One of the cast alumni is Mandy Gonzalez. She was in Boston recently performing with the Boston Pops. I got a chance to sit down with her to talk about Hamilton's impact and her role as Angelica Schuyler, which she played on stage for 6 years.
To see it and how it's lived through all of these waves and has been such a, I guess, such a document of our life during this time, because everything that's said in that show is so relevant.
Yeah, she says the magic of Lin-Manuel Miranda's music is what brings people together. And the musical is now back on Broadway in Boston. Joining us now is Boston native and Emerson grad Kai Tomani Shikosi. Thank you so much for joining us, Kai.
Hey, thank you for having me. Good morning.
Hi there. Okay, so you play Hercules Mulligan, James Madison, in this historical play, this Broadway musical. I got a chance to see you on Sunday, by the way, at the Citizens Opera House. You were amazing in that show. How does it feel to step into those roles?
It's very cool to be in a show that has this much of an audience and a following. I grew up performing in a lot of Shakespeare plays, which is my only prior experience with kind of audience members having so many existing warm associations with the character that I'm playing. So I've been having great conversations with audience members about how they feel about the show and how they feel about the characters, and I have the opportunity to try and do them justice every week.
It's amazing. I mean, you likely saw Hamilton early on in its 10-year run now, which is wild that it's been 10 years. How has being in the performance changed your understanding of conversations about history, maybe conversations about representation?
Yeah, I think the show is a really interesting intro point into our conversations about early American history. I think it covers a bunch of subject material that I'm really interested in, not just because it's what we share as kind of some of the foundational acts of our nation, but also because we get to kind of use it as a jumping off point to engaging with these historical figures as human beings. flawed and complicated as they were. And I think when we encounter them as historical realities or ideas, they kind of become a little more static than we can understand maybe contemporary politicians as being. But I think when you see them living and breathing on stage, and trying to convince people, audience members have an opportunity to either believe their rhetoric or think critically about it. And I think that's a very important skill in our contemporary politics, and I think that's a very important skill to hone about our historical politics.
Yeah, we mentioned it earlier. You lived in Boston when you were a child, returned for college at Emerson. How does it feel to be performing right around the corner from your school?
Absolutely wonderful. To be able to have an unfamiliar experience in a familiar place is really wonderful. I passed by the Opera House pretty much every day when I was at school downtown, and I had never actually been inside it until this show. It's very beautiful in there. To be able to connect with loved ones and familiar places while getting to be inside the fun of this job is the most fun that I've had on tour so far.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I got to ask you this because 10 years and having the impact that Hamilton has still, even 10 years later, are you surprised by that being in the show? And how does it feel being part of that impact? I know you said you talked with audience members to hear what they have to say. I mean, what do you make of that?
Yeah, I mean, on a human level, it's incredible to be in a piece of theater that still gets responded to, like a sporting event. People, when we're doing our jobs well, the excitement is really palpable, and there are a lot of people who are really excited to engage with it, which is a very, very cool feeling to witness. I think its enduring popularity is something that's really, really interesting for cultural critics and artists to engage with. I think this has been a show that is speaking about America in a very particular way, very particular time in our country's history, and I think there's a lot to unpack and reflect on in terms of what in the themes of the show either resonate or satisfy curiosities for its audience members, besides the fact that it's a really immaculately constructed piece of theater.
Yeah, it's a beautiful show, and it's still, seeing you guys on stage, it was beautiful to watch. People probably quote, sing, rap Hamilton all the time. Quickly, what's your favorite line from Hamilton?
My favorite line, it's personally in the show, I get the most pleasure out of my character in Act 2, James Madison, because I think it's always a little bit more fun to be a villain. I think of somewhat of a villainous figure. The first thing that came to mind is actually not perhaps a line written into the show, so maybe I shouldn't say that on TV. But in our cabinet battles, there are a lot of extemporaneous commentary on the two figures fighting for political supremacy. Regularly, when Thomas Jefferson notes that Alexander Hamilton is not Secretary of State, I respond with an emphatic, he is not.
Oh.
And that's one of my favorite things to say.
I remember that, that's for sure. Kai, thank you so much for your time, and I wish you continued success on your tour for Hamilton. Thank you so much for being with us.